Now, Soman Mandal asks, what should be the strategy for reducing number of funds from 30 to 6 funds, considering tax and exit load implications? Most of them are giving good returns, he says.
Well, a lot of investors get concerned about the capital gains tax liability when they are looking to switch their investments from one fund to another. In fact, in our premium account, we suggest to our subscribers to move their investments from regular plans to direct plans, and a lot of them come back to us about their concerns on the applicability of the capital gains taxes. Now, the thing to realize about capital gains taxes is that you can at best defer them, but you can't wish them away, because at some point in time, you will have to sell those investments to realize the money. And whenever you sell it, the capital gains tax incidence will arise. So that's why, as I said, you can at best postpone the capital gains taxes, but you can't wish them away. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that you keep saddling yourself with capital gains taxes by needlessly jumping from one fund to another frequently. But having said that, if there are certain other ways in which this postponement is hurting you, for instance, by postponing your switch from regular to direct plans, you keep incurring the higher expense ratios or the higher annual costs of the regular plans. Likewise, in your case, by continuing to run a large portfolio, you are letting inefficiencies creep in, which itself can impact your returns adversely, because you simply end up owning the entire market. So that's why, if this postponement is hurting you in some other ways, then I'd say that it is better to go ahead and make those transitions, even at the expense of certain capital gains tax liability. But try and make those transitions smartly and gradually, instead of doing them all of them at one go. So load, of course, is one consideration that you should pay attention to. And if by postponing your switch by a few months till the time the investment becomes load free, so you should certainly do it. You should certainly wait for the investment to become load free before you make that transition. Similarly, try and spread your transitions over at least 2 financial years, so that you can derive the benefit of the threshold exemption from capital gains tax up to rupees 1 lakh for 2 financial years. Also, look out for opportunities from steep market corrections. That's when a lot of capital gains tax temporarily get eroded, and if you make those switches at that time, then it tends to reduce your capital gains tax liability. So those are some of the tactics that you can deploy to optimize your capital gains tax liability while you make these switches. Now, to address the second part of this issue, which is about how to go about picking the funds which one should prune down when one is running such a large portfolio. So I'd broadly suggest that go by a few thumb rules. First is to get rid of any sector or thematic funds that you hold. Second could be to look out for other supplementary type allocations which are in a dominating allocation in your portfolio. So check out, for instance, how much of allocation you have to small cap and mid cap funds, and if that is very high, then those could be some of the investments that you can look to exit from. The other thing you should check is how you are placed from the perspective of diversification at the fund house level. If say a particular fund house is far too dominant in your portfolio, say it accounts for more than 35 or 40% of your investments, then that is another cue for you of where you need to prune down to make your portfolio better diversified at an AMC level. And then finally, also look for any small and insignificant holdings, say funds which account for less than 5% of your overall portfolio. Because even if these funds become blockbuster tomorrow, it is not going to have a material impact on your returns. So either you should look to increase allocation or increase their weightage in your portfolio by investing into them the money that you would have realized by exiting some of the other funds, or you exit these funds altogether. So these are some of the thumb rules that you can use as you go about cutting down the number of funds in your portfolio.